Bringing it back.
And a monster home run hit to a place that
Hip is popping.
Who would have thought hip hop would have made it this far?
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Rob Durant Podcast. World Series recap edition, Cesar. World Series has come to an end. The baseball season is gone and done with. Congrats to the Los Angeles Dodgers, back-to-back champions. But the Toronto Blue Jays, they played a hell of a series. Maybe one of the best World Series we've seen in quite a while, to be honest. But what are your thoughts, bro? And what's up?
Nah, nothing much, bro. Chilling. Well, first off, I want to congratulate the Los Angeles Dodgers for repeating back-to-back champs. First time since the
The
98 to
Yankees.
2000 Yankees. Yeah, so that's interesting. That's cool. And also congratulations to the Toronto Blue Jays. They had a hell of a season. Shout out to them because I don't think any of us had them winning more than one game in this series, and they proved all their doubters wrong, including ourselves. So I definitely did eat a lot of crow in this series, and they gave the Dodgers everything they could handle, man. Like, if anything, in the box score, I think you were mentioning it. Like, they were pretty much dominating the Dodgers in a lot of the statistical categories, but the Dodgers just found a way, you know. This series, it was Yamamoto who took over. He won them 2 games by himself. Possibly the third game, as well in Game 7. He pitched for 2.5 innings. That was one of the most impressive things I've ever seen. Performances I've ever seen from a
And he
player.
threw 96 pitches the day before.
The day before, and then came back for Game 7, which ended in extra innings and so much drama. Like, that was a seesaw battle. Man, what a series, bro. Shout out to both teams. The series was amazing. And yeah, no, again, congratulations to the Dodgers, man. And I really did feel bad for Vladdy, though. Vladdy Guerrero Jr. He had a hell of a postseason. A hell of a postseason. And, man, probably the most dangerous hitter of the playoffs. And, yeah, his team just came up short.
Yeah, definitely. If you could pick like an postseason MVP, regardless of who wins, who loses, whatever, Vladdy's probably top two, and not the second spot. Definitely earned the credentials he would have gotten if that was an award that existed. But despite Vladdy being a villain for the Yankees, I do love the guy. I think he's a great player. A hell of a postseason, like you said, man. I don't know if he finished above 400 batting average wise, but he had like 8 home runs, all this stuff, like historic numbers, not just like good numbers.
Yeah.
Historically good numbers for the franchise and for MLB in general. But yeah, man, Yamamoto was spectacular. 96 pitches, 1 game, comes out the next game and shuts it down, closes it out and wins it for the Dodgers. But it's crazy because this series was the epitome of baseball is gonna baseball and sports are gonna sports, which is one of the taglines that I don't know if it was you or me that said it when we made our predictions. We were like, yeah, Blue Jays are gonna lose, Dodgers got it, but you never know because sports are gonna sports, and this was that kind of series where Toronto just continued to play their brand of baseball, and they didn't just steal games, they won games. They earned the wins they got. They pushed the Dodgers to the absolute brink of elimination. And it took some very timely plays, very timely hitting, some baseball god heroics to lead the Dodgers to their back-to-back championship. But I enjoyed myself watching the World Series. It was one of the best World Series I've seen in quite a few years. Very exciting, nonstop action. Great back and forth between both teams at all times. Great stuff, man.
Yeah, I think when I look back at this World Series, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen something like a better World Series than this one. Like it's at least in recent memory, this is definitely one of the best World Series I've ever seen. Shout out to also to the Dodgers manager,
Dave
uh,
Roberts.
Dave Roberts. Yes, shout out to him because their lineup. Even though they have a beast of a lineup, this guy Angel Pages has been struggling the whole postseason, and he made the move to get Miguel Rojas to start second base, and then he put Tommy Edman to play center field, and it ended up paying dividends and then some. Like it
Yep.
was for Game 6 when he did like a great 4 or 5 defensive plays, including the game winner, which was a hard ass play. Like everybody was talking about, you know, Kiki Hernandez catching the ball and also having the presence of mind to play the guy shallow so that he could double him up on second. But that was a very, very difficult play. Like he fielded that thing like if he was a first baseman.
Yeah.
And then on Game 7, Miguel Rojas hit the game tying home run in the ninth inning to save their season, man. Wow, man. These, I don't know, they just end up doing the right plays at the right time. And shout out to the manager, shout out to Dave Roberts. He showed why he's managing the best team in the league.
Yeah. But the play that Rojas made at second with the infield in to throw out IKF at home.
Right,
My God, bro.
right. That's gonna be in those highlights for years to come, man.
And I don't think maybe people who don't watch the game, have never played the game, don't realize how difficult that play became. Because he also, not only was it just a difficult play, you have to make an accurate throw. Your timing has to be perfect. You have to be shifted positionally exactly where you're playing that hitter to hit. But you have to also judge it on where's your third baseman compared to the bag, because that's the lead that the runner's going to take from third base as well. Because he doesn't want to get doubled up on the line drive to third. So
Right.
like the presence of mind for Rojas to have that, and he's a veteran in the league, so maybe that plays into it. But those instincts for him to just pick it, slip, still have the presence of mind, boom, throw it to home, perfect throw, and get IKF by literally, bro. Like it wasn't even a step. It was just crazy, that whole sequence.
Yeah, man, and it's also shout out to Mookie Betts as well for finishing the. That was also not the easiest of plays in that
No.
at that time. And when he ended the game with a double play, people forget this guy was an outfielder playing right field for mad years, and now all of a sudden he just winning Gold Gloves at shortstop and stuff, and finishing a season and winning a chip just on his defense because he was struggling offensively,
Yeah.
but defensively was another story. Like,
Can we talk about Mookie for a second? Because my man got 4 rings in, I believe, 8 years or something like that. That's pretty damn impressive.
No, got it.
And I know he's with the Dodgers, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. That's pretty impressive for a dude to have his 4 rings already. And I think not many people are talking about it. And it's not like he's just like the 26th man on the bench. This dude is an everyday starter. He's a star. He's making big bucks. 4 rings for Mookie. We got to start talking Hall of Fame.
I think so. Definitely. I mean, he's one of the most impressive baseball athlete-wise in the history of the sport. What he's doing is not an easy thing. That was not an easy transition. He went from playing right field to play possibly the most difficult position in the sport besides maybe catcher, and I guess you could say pitching as well. But shortstop is right up there, top 3. So, and he's doing it with a lot of class, a lot of grace, and yeah. Now we're gonna have a conversation about Mookie for sure. We're gonna look back because he's done it somewhat quietly, really.
Yep.
It's not as loud as it's not. They're not loud rings. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So, man, Blue Jays. I think that they're onto something when it comes to like the style of play that they're doing. Like they're a team that you really have to beat them. They're not gonna beat themselves. They're always gonna be in the games. As you saw in this series, they never got blown out. They blew out the Dodgers game 1, but they never got blown out. So there's definitely something. They got something brewing there in Toronto, and
What do you think
they're
is
not
their
too far
future?
off.
What do you think their future looks like? Because they do have some free agents, especially on the pitching side. Scherzer, Bieber. Who else is a free agent? They got a few other free agents, but then they also got guys who played out their freaking minds. The Ernie Clements, the Nathan Lukes, these guys.
Mm,
Andres Jimenez.
yes,
Bo Bichette is a free agent. That's another one.
forgot about the drama with Andre Jimenez too.
Yeah, he definitely was trying to get hit. He threw his hand in there on that one.
100%. I think a batter should be ruled out if that
That
happens,
should be interference to
right?
some degree.
Yeah, you can't just be going out there and breaking your wrist.
Yeah, no,
Or risk breaking your wrist. Like I don't think that's.
it ain't worth it.
Yeah, they might have to look at that. That was, but as far as the future for Toronto, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know, man. I honestly don't. I don't know what's gonna be the decisions behind these. I'm sure they're gonna try to get these guys paid. But yeah, it should be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting offseason. There's a few players out there that I'm sure everyone is gonna be interested in. I know we have Kyle Tucker, right? Kyle Tucker's a free agent. We have a few other players there. Yeah, it is. I leave that stuff up to you. Like you're typically the one that has like the inside scoops with these deals and stuff, the business side of the sport. So like, what do you see? Like, what does your hunch say?
For Toronto in general, it honestly wouldn't surprise me, and I swear I'm not hating. I could see them falling down to third place, fourth place in the AL East next year.
Mm,
And that's not necessarily something that they'll do wrong. It's just, I think, the business of baseball, where they do have these free agents. They did have a lot of guys playing, well above their career averages, so to speak. So can they continue that production? Were they a fluke? Is that something that's going to continue? How are they going to continue to build on the pitching, the bullpen? A lot of those things. I think they have a good core, especially led by Vlad.
mm-hmm.
But, let's see how the offseason shapes up. Is Bo Bichette an option? Do you move him to second base, knowing that he's limited at shortstop defensively?
Mm.
But then offensively, he's one of the best hitters in baseball. So yeah, the outlook it's one of those things, man, that it kind of reminds me of Tampa Bay from a few years ago, where you kind of counted them out every year, but they somehow pieced it together and found these guys and worked in the lab and somehow made the playoffs and won 90 games every year. So maybe Toronto is entering that era of their window right now.
It also helps that they have a possible star pitcher in their hands with the Savage.
Yeah, he's
So
disgusting.
yeah, and I love his poise. Like his poise is something else. Like he does not look like a regular 20. What is he? 23 years old.
I think so.
Yeah, the moment was not too big for him at all.
No, not even a little bit. And for him to do it in the World Series,
Yeah.
they got something with him.
No, for sure. Yeah. So young players like that should help out their roster space. By the way, we have a member here from the from the RDP. He's been hiding. Irvin, say hello to America.
What's going on, America?
What up, bro?
Yo, shout out to Mookie Betts. I like that they have mentioned that because winning a Gold Glove in that position for the first time doing it, winning a ring in Boston, coming back. Will Smith got 6 rings in a row. That's crazy, but Mookie Betts is one of them guys. Undebatably top 10. You can make an argument he's top 5, in my opinion. So, shout out to that guy. And I don't think you're wrong about Toronto. Toronto being third place, I don't think you're wrong about that, by the way. I think that that's a real thing. That's why it's so impressive the Dodgers are going back-to-back. And they did it away both times, like without home field. That's all of that is impressive, B. All of that. But yeah, what's up, America?
What up, world? Oh man. Yeah. Also, another great move that I don't know why I keep Dave Roberts. Okay, I keep messing up his name. He Another move he made was to bring in Pages for defensive purposes in Game 7. I don't know if it was in the extra innings or in the ninth inning,
I
but that
think it
play,
was the ninth inning.
he ended up doing one of the craziest plays I've ever seen in
Bro,
World Series.
excuse my French. Excuse my French when I, pero el culito mío se puso así de apretado, bro. Watching that play unfold.
Yo, that inning was a hell of an inning, bro.
Yo.
That was that's not even. We don't have to talk about the inning. It was down to the final pitch. When the home run was hit, and then it was like defensively. What y'all think about? I don't know if y'all spoke about it, but the secondary, because bases were loaded with 1 out. I really thought
Oh,
they had
you're talking about
With
the
IKF?
secondary third base. Because if you would have had literally one more step, they would have won the game on that ground ball. The infield that Rojas fielded. I know you mentioned that earlier.
yeah.
They would have had the out. And he defended himself. He said that the reason he did this because he didn't want the ball to be hit on a line drive to get doubled off with just 1 out,
Right.
which makes sense. But would you guys have taken a bigger lead? I would have.
Honestly,
I would take it a step further. I would have sent. No, this is bases loaded in the 11th. That's a different inning. But would you have taken a bigger lead?
I honestly, and I can't show you what I would do, but I'll describe it and I know you'll get it. I would have taken a hop lead when the pitcher's going to throw.
The secondary, yeah. The secondary.
Just a quick little hop that way.
Once he's in motion, yeah.
Yeah, because if a line drive comes, you have a chance to
come back.
It's
literally a jump start. You know what else is caught my attention? In the 11th inning, when they had a man on first and a man on third. I'd have sent the man on. They have 1 out. I would have sent the man on first before Mookie Betts double play to end the game. I would have sent the man on first. I would have sent him. Either first pitch or second pitch, I would have sent his ass. Because if you're gonna throw to second base when we get out there, cool. I'd have just sent the runners. Honestly, I would have taken that risk because you cannot go toe to toe against it. The longer the game was gonna go, the less a chance Toronto had. You had fucking Yamamoto on the mound. After he pitched 96, he threw 96 pitches the game before?
Yep.
The day before.
Insane,
not
bro.
just the game, the day before.
The day before. Look at that.
Yeah. That was a wild series, man.
I appreciate you bringing me in because I was dying over there. I was like, fuck, bro. It was such a good game. I was at work like, yo, son, this is going crazy right now.
I was going wild.
The World Series, I'm glad it lived up to what it did.
Yeah.
Because it was much better than I thought it would be. It went much longer than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But goodness gracious, man.
No, yeah. Shout out to both teams for
100%. They did baseball right.
Yeah.
And the viewership was, I think they did way better than the NBA Finals.
Yes.
In numbers wise.
I believe it.
Yes. But also factoring into that is the whole country of Canada was tuned in.
That is true.
Not to take away from it, because I'm sure the viewership would have still been crazy. But
do they count the viewership out in Japan as well?
That I don't know.
Right? I don't think they would.
And it's called the World Series. I think they would.
It's also called the NBA, the NBA World Champions. And you know how now Noah Lyles felt about that. I forgot his name for a second. That's how irrelevant he is to me.
Hell of an athlete, not the brightest. Not the brightest quote.
Nah, it was dumb. But yeah, you know what I mean? I don't think the viewership is counted in. I don't think Canada was counted either.
If it wasn't, then that's even more impressive.
That is very impressive if it wasn't. Because if Canada's counted, you got to count Japan. And if Japan was counted, they love baseball out there, B.
Yeah. But I think Canada, they counted more because they have teams in Canada. So
that makes sense. They have a team.
Speaking of which, the World Baseball Classic. I know the World Series just ended, but that World
I'm
Baseball
excited
Classic,
for that.
man, I'm excited
Team,
for that.
Team Dominican is looking.
Hey, looking good.
Yo, you seen that lineup? I saw that lineup. I closed it. I said, that shit is a wrap. That shit looks crazy.
It always looks like that.
The detriment to Team DR is always the pitching.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
that is true. And that's big.
Yes. Man.
But Team USA, they look like they're bringing the kitchen sink.
Yeah, they look like they're gonna go fully loaded, like the redeem team from the NBA, the basketball Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're gunning for.
Yeah, no, it seems like we're in good hands. The sport is in good hands right now.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, we're gonna go into a lockout after next year, but we alright. That's guaranteed.
That's guaranteed.
I'm just waiting for it. It's gonna be. I'm not even gonna go there, but it's gonna be one of the longest lockouts we've probably ever seen.
Oh man, I'm not looking forward to that.
We'll be playing a shortened season, probably starting in July. We'll see, man. I'm already sad.
I feel it. I feel it.
Yeah. Cuidado. If the Dodgers win again next year and three-peat, we may never see baseball again.
Yo, you know what I was telling my coworkers? I said, yo, this team could legit. They have a legit shot to win next year, the year after, and even the year after that. Because you still have, how old is Mookie right now? Shohei's in his prime. Freddie what?
Yep.
Is in his prime now. He's about to approach 30.
Well, Freddie is our age. He's 35.
Yeah.
You could definitely make that one.
Yamamoto.
Insane.
By the end of your timeline, Irving, Yamamoto will hit 30.
Okay, and then they also have,
which is crazy.
Now, they're pitching alone. They have 3 aces that'll go with them, 4 aces that'll be with them, pitching perfectly for the next 3-4 years. No need to trade them. No need to negotiate with them, barring that lockout. But up until that lockout, they have sustainability. They have their core together all these years. It's aggravating.
It is. And can I tell you something else? People keep thinking that's ruining baseball. That's not ruining baseball. You build your team how you build your team, based on the strengths that you have.
Yep.
But there are a lot of other people who could have given Yamamoto $326 million. The only team that dared to compare was the Mets. So
the Yankees offered 10 and $300 million, as opposed to 12 and $325. Do you think he would have gone to the Yankees had they just been like, yo, let's give you $330 over 12 years?
Probably not. I think the whole plan was, he was recruited by Ohtani and he was going to end up there. But for me, if I look at it, and it's funny you brought that up because now you're going to get me upset, bro.
Me? What should get you upset is that they want to go for Paul's team.
The thing is, Hal Steinbrenner came out and said the offer to Yamamoto was fair to him. But it's the same Soto situation. Are you going to as an owner, let $5 million get in the way, $25 million over the course of the contract? You're going to let that $25 million separate you from a World Series ring? Like, you had a chance to bring in Yamamoto and Juan Soto in one offseason to pair up with Cole and Judge in the middle of their primes. We'd be talking about the Yankees being back-to-back right now.
You said I was pissing you off. You pissing me off. That makes a world of difference right there. That makes a world of difference right there.
It does. But we're not here to talk about the Yankees.
No.
I'm not ready for them yet.
We'll have time for that.
Oh, man. But overall, great World Series. I'm happy with what we saw. Yes. Baseball is in good hands. The Dodgers did not ruin the sport. Clearly argue with the wall about it.
No, clearly not.
That's
Toronto
all I
gave them
got,
a
bro.
run for their money. Toronto gave them a run for their money, man. Literally. So
Yeah, Toronto impressed me. I knew they were a good team. You watch them; they're a good team, but I didn't think they were going to get past the Yankees. I didn't think they were going to pass Seattle, and I didn't think they were going to go 7 games. They definitely. And Vlad, let's talk about that powerhouse right there. Wow, you talk about impressive. That guy right there, B.
that was a scary dude.
Yo, that guy right there.
He was automatic.
Yeah.
Yamamoto tipped his cap to him, middle of the at bat.
Yeah.
He said, "Yo,
He did.
like you that dude, B." And then he hit a double.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Pero now, fellas. My bad. Go ahead, Cesar.
Nah, I thought we were losing connection. No, Toronto, they gave us 2 great series to end the season. They won Game 7 with the Mariners. And they had to come back from a 3-2 deficit against the Mariners to go and win, to even win.
So, low key, they gave us probably the 2 best series in the entire postseason.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I mean, listen, I think they're onto something, It's gonna suck if they have to break the team up a bit, which is probably what's gonna happen, but definitely that style of play. IKF, he found his home. It's a perfect team for him to be in, so we're gonna look back at this team, and I think similar to how the NBA, we are looking at a different era where the rosters have to be very loaded. Like you have a bunch of players that you utilize, like with Indiana and OKC. I think with the MLB, we're gonna have I think we're gonna see a lot of more teams now trying to value contact over power. But we'll see.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see a shift. I feel like it's a copycat league, just like every other sport.
Yeah.
So, we saw what Milwaukee did, who had the best record in baseball. They were a very high contact team, very similar to Toronto. So we see it on both sides. One team takes the Dodgers to 7 games. Let's copy what they're doing to see if it works for us.
The Yankees definitely need that. But let me not talk about that.
We're not ready for it.
He looks mad triggered whenever the Yankees come up, yo.
It's not time yet.
Que cura.
No, put on that.
Yeah. All right, bro.
Thank
you everyone for tuning in.
Yes. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, be a friend, tell a friend. Shout out to Irvin for stopping by the studio.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Hit us up.
Yes. Hit me up. Hit my DMs.